With it, you channel the elemental magic of your fear.
I'm not alone. I won't stand by and watch people get hurt. And I won't run away. Hold the switch! And let's end this. Kendra, please don't! I didn't break the world. But I am gonna fix it.
Welcome everyone back to the Crimson 15 Podcast. I am your host, Crimson Sin. Be sure to check us out over on Twitter at C15 Podcast. Join the discussion over on Discord, link in the description below. And if you're enjoying the videos, be sure to sub, like, share, and hit that bell for notifications. Podcast character designs done by Demon Artie. Be sure to check her out over on Twitter at Artie Demon. Love She-Ra fan art? Does Artie Demon has some amazing She-Ra fan art. Redesigns, also a bunch of original stuff. Definitely give her a follow because not only is she a great artist, she's also a pretty awesome person. So definitely check her out. Episode 6 of She-Ra and the Princess of Power, Princess Scorpia. And I'm finally on track now. I'm actually watching the episodes in order now. But man, this show is so frustrating. It's so frustrating as someone who has just a basic understanding about how to tell a story. And they have parts. There's moments of actual greatness. Like in the last episode, there's parts where it's like, damn, they know what they're doing. They're going to do it right. They're going to fix it. And then they do things that are just straight up silly as silly can be, as goofy as Saturday morning cartoons. It's a tonal shift that makes no sense. Because you have the stuff with Scorpia, except for in the beginning and all the silly crap, and her making excuses for Catra. But when she gets to the point to where she starts realizing things aren't so, great, those are real moments. And people, remember, it's for little kids. You can but they have those moments. So I don't understand. Is this show for little kids? Is it for teenagers? Is it for old? You can make a show for everybody. And just because children watch it doesn't mean, oh yeah, let's have the good guys have a conversation on the battlefield and, oh, okay. We open up and we have Scorpia wakes up in the morning and, oh, look at that. She has 2 moms. And if you didn't see it the first time, they'll show it 10 more times. I want this little Scorpion plushie. That's just cute as hell. Imagine something from Atlas. It kind of has the face of Jack Frost. Doesn't he? Just look at this. Isn't that great? Scorpia wakes up in the morning and she sleeps in a really tiny bed for such a big lady. She wears all her clothes. I wondered, okay, so the things on her abdomen, those are like part of her body, right? Like her shoulders, spikes, the little things on her face, like on her cheeks and then on her stomach. Those are actual parts of her body. So how does she get her clothes on? How does she take her clothes off? How does she change or bathe or do anything like that? Because it's just an odd thing for her to wake up and be fully clothed. Unless that's like her skin. Well, I don't even know. Ridiculous. But she's having this whole morning routine and she has to psych herself up every morning.
I am brave, strong, loyal, and I give great hugs.
I'm good and I have a good. She's Stuart Smalley.
Because I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, and doggone it, people like me.
She has to feed Emily, even though Emily doesn't eat. She gets like a bowl of bolts and nuts and stuff. Okay. And then Emily knocks over her dresser and remember, look, she has 2 moms. If you forgot, here they are again. And she has her Tunnel Snakes jacket, her jacket from the Crimson Waste. And she's like, oh yeah, Catra has one just like it and it's matching it because, that's like our thing because we're like special buddies. And then Emily's like, girl, are you out your mind? Catra's crazy. And then, of course, we get all the mistakes, like all the things of her saying, oh, all the excuses. That's crazy, Scorpia. You're crazy. Yes, love can make you do a lot of dumb things and make you blind to a lot of stuff. But when someone physically threatens to cause physical violence on you, you got to cut that off. And she gets there, but in the beginning, she's still making the excuses. She's like, okay, this day's going to be great. I would have proved that I'm awesome and, I'm Scorpia and I'm cool. She walks out and then everything's in disarray. Soldiers are running around and then we get really odd sounding soldier background noises. You can tell that it's just something wrong with the audio. I'll play the clip. Didn't they sound like they weren't real voice actors? I don't know. It's just weird sounding. And everyone's running around and then we see like stuff's getting dropped and everything. Oh, they're being attacked. There's a battle going on. Because right after the opener, we see the idiot squad fighting. So I'm like, oh, she's there. No, this was something else. So I don't know what all this hubbub was about. And we get this fight scene that was in the trailer. Glimmer's teleporting guys and throwing people off of... They're just getting obliterated, these soldiers. Like they should be. It's freaking She-Ra. And Glimmer's getting upset that she's not like getting any kills. So stupid. We get that scene with She-Ra, the worst animation ever. She hits that dude. She hits a dude with her sword. It's not killing anyone. Is her sword blunt? Is it not sharp? Is it like a giant baseball bat? But she hits this dude, and her fist doesn't hit him. The animation, it's quick, but I caught it, and I even talked about it in the trailer. Look, she's not even touching him. He flies, what, 600-700 yards away? And Glimmer like catches him. And here's another thing. I brought this up in the with the one when she was Shadow Reaver's in the garden when she was practicing. Does she keep her momentum or not? Because there it looked like she kept her momentum, but when she teleported this guy, it looks like they lost momentum. I don't know. It's stupid. There should needs to be some consistency in how her power works. But for She-Ra to hit this guy that far, all his internal organs are gone. They're just turned to powder. To be hit with such a great force to go flying like that. But like, you know, she has to go catch him and save him because they can't kill anybody. Glimmer's getting ready to fight some other dudes, but then Bo jumps down. This is an awful angle. The art and the animation is so bad. I'm rubbing my face. Then Glimmer's just like, man, that guy was mine. And they're trying to protect Glimmer. Oh, we got your back, Glimmer. Don't worry about it. We got this. Flutterina's there. And like I said, she's a little girl. She's like, what, 11, 12 years old? No powers, no magic, can't fly. You brought her onto a battlefield? What are they insane? But like, she's like, oh, she like stole one of the shock stick things from one of the guys, and then Glimmer jumps in there to like save her. And this is so weird. It's almost sadistic. Glimmer teleports him away and like takes him away from the battle so she can like, I don't know, torture him. It's so weird. But he's like, oh, all scared and backing up because yeah, she has like all these powers and he's just like a regular rank and file soldier. She's charging up her blast like, oh, I've been practicing this spell. My God, Glimmer, what's going on here? She's gonna do this little spell and it doesn't work. Then She-Ra shows up and ropes him up and gets him. What was she gonna do? Wouldn't it have been great if it had been like a fireball and like incinerated this guy? But how did She-Ra know where she teleported? Where's Swiftwind? What the hell is going on? Then She-Ra's like, oh yeah, I saved you, and like if your little spell would have worked, that'd have been great. And like, she's like talking crap to her friend. And this is on the battlefield where people are fighting. And then, you know, I don't get this. I don't know why they're having this conversation on the battlefield. Why this is even a thing. Then Bo's like, hey, look at us, just like old times. Yay, this is great. And then Flutterina's there too. Yeah, She-Ra really saved the day. Remember how I said how stupid it's going to be if they're going to try to drive this wedge between Adora, She-Ra, and Glimmer? And it's so sloppy that I thought, oh, wow, double trouble. Too heavy-handed, way too heavy-handed. But the characters are all idiots, so it actually works. You see all these people all beat up and everything. And like, oh yeah, there's still some more stuff going on. We have to keep fighting. Flutterina stays behind and talks to Glimmer. Oh, wasn't She-Ra great? And Glimmer's like, oh yeah, whatever. And oh yeah, she totally saved you. It wasn't for her. Oh man, she's so great. And she's doing all the work. Like being way too heavy-handed with it. You know how she's able to, you know, call all the shots even though you're the queen. You must have a good friendship to let her do that to you. Glimmer had been like, Flutterina, what the hell's your problem? Like, wow, you are, why are you talking like this? It's way too heavy-handed. And to do it on the battlefield, this should have been something that took days and days and days and weeks of Flutterina planting little seeds here and there. No, Flutterina just comes out and just says, oh yeah, She-Ra's really, you know, she's the boss and you're not. And you're like, wow, we've been friends for how long? How long has this show been going on, like, time in the world? Months? So they've been friends for months and months, fought on the battlefield, saved Bright Moon together, and these little comments are enough to break up this friendship. There was never a friendship anyways. If this is good enough, there was nothing there to begin with. Absolutely horrible. Then Flutterina as you know, double trouble. I'm God. Dumb. We get Hordak, and he's pissed off. He's always pissed. This is Hordak never not pissed. He's walking in, he's talking to Catcher's like, hey, we're losing our forces on the northern outpost. We're losing all this land. What the hell are we doing? Then Catcher's like, of course she has to laugh at him all the time.
Okay. The princesses have no idea what's coming.
Noelle Stevenson just hates men. She just hates them with a passion. We have the bigger plan. I withdrew all the shoots and brought him back to the fright zone so They have a stronger force, but does it even matter? Like, what's the point of manpower at this point? They're building this super weapon. They have tanks and stuff. Ugh, my goodness. But her plan is forget it. We just get the weapon ready, and that's going to be it. Who cares about all these outposts? We have Hordak, and he's like, this was Entrapta's design. These were her weapons, and I can't figure it out. I need her notes. I need something of hers, her logs, her recordings. And then he's seeing Hordak still wanting stuff from Entrapta, and Catra's like, well, she's a traitor. And then, I don't know, why is Catra scared of him? Does she know she can easily defeat him in seconds? Why does she even ever make a scared face? But, of course, Hordak's like, don't you think I already know that? They need something of a recording, some writing, something, because remember how Entrapta would record everything on her little personal communicator, just like Washu, Scorpia. So that whole ruckus that was going on had nothing to do with anything, just for a stupid gag that nothing. So she's making her special Scorpion people tea, and it's going to be perfect for Catra because she's awesome. Emily shows up, and then they're doing like a thing where like, it's like the puppy trying to hide from the owner, but like the owner knows. This is weird. It's just a waste of like 15 seconds. There's good in this episode. We haven't got there yet, but there's actually some pretty good stuff here. But it's like they wrote, okay, these couple of scenes add up to maybe 4 minutes. The show's 22 minutes long. What can we do to waste time? I remember reading a thing about writing, and there was a lady in those videos and stuff, and she said, when you're editing, if it doesn't break your heart to edit something out, if you're not left crying at the end of your editing process, you didn't write a good story. I want to see what was on the cutting room floor of She-Ra. What did they cut out if they kept in all this stupid crap? What happened is, instead of having way too much to tell and having to cut it back and like, man, I want to show this amazing scene, but you know what? The story's more important, but it breaks your heart to have to cut it. No. They had to make things up to make the 22 minutes. That's the difference here. That's how you know this is an awful story. But they're doing their stupid puppy dog routine, and they go on and on and on and on talking about, we're going to give this tea to Catra. And then Emily's scared of Catra because look at my face. Every time she brings up Catra and how great and wonderful she is, Emily's like, look at my damn face. Look what she did to me. But this is another thing that makes no sense. They do this a couple of times. The camera's behind the character, so it's looking where they're looking. Emily runs away, and then we turn around, Catra's there because Emily's scared of Catra. So did Catra not see Emily? And how's that possible in this giant hallway with nowhere to hide? I effing hate that crap. Even Pixar does that. Oh my God, look it up. It's the Pixar angle, and it's awful. But Scorpia turns around, hey, Catra, how good it was you? Look at your face. And she makes like kind of some tired, silly looking faces. Don't do the anime thing. Remember in last season, or was it season 2, where like Scorpia made that cutesy little face? Just don't do that. The show doesn't need that. It's a dumb thing from anime that doesn't need to be in the show. Catra's like, and you need to help me finding Entrapta's recording. She's like, what do you mean? No, that stupid thing she was always talking into. I need it. And then Scorpia's like, so we need Entrapta. Like kind of thinking, maybe she wants me to go find her. She's like, no, I don't care about her. I just want her recordings. Hordak needs them. That's all you need to know. And then you could tell that Catra's been going crazy. It's just like a rubber head and everything. And it's like, I'll do it for you. I'll find him and everything. And, it looks like you haven't been sleeping. Here, have some of this tea. And she like drinks it really fast and throws it on the floor. What are you waiting for? Man, she treats this girl like garbage. Scorpia comes around eventually, but man, to let yourself be treated by someone like that is just awful. We get to the outside area, outside the fright zone. I guess like, the loading dock area where they're loading up all their supplies. And we see Lonnie Rahololio. Again, I'm never going to be able to say this dude's name. And Kyle. And they're loading up a transport. And they're like, hey, Scorpia, why don't you help us out? And silliness, Lizard Boy is hella strong. He's a strong dude. But he can't lift this crate, but then Scorpia can lift it up like it's nothing. And then he's like holding on for dear life, like kicking his legs and everything. Just stand up, bro. Why is he holding it like this? He's hella tall too. I think him and Scorpia are probably close in height. So why isn't he just like standing? And why couldn't they help each other? No, it has to show that Scorpio is way stronger than him because she's the female and he's an idiot guy. She like shakes him off and like drops the whole crate on him. And this is where I said there's some good stuff here. And she's like, Scorpia's telling Lonnie, hey, I got a mission from Catra, and I got some stuff to do. And she's like, yeah, Catra, she's really going to appreciate when you do her mission for her, and whatever she told you to do. She's like, no, Scorpia, Catra's really great. She's wonderful. And then Lonnie's like, girl, you stupid. Look, she's letting our men get attacked in the northern reaches, and they're coming back broken, bruised. It would have been great if they had actual casualties. And she's like, she doesn't care about our men. She doesn't care about us. She doesn't care about anyone but her own stupid big plan that she has going on. And some of this is getting to Scorpia, but then she keeps turning around and saying, no, it's, Catcher's great, and I'm wonderful. And then Lonnie's like, I don't have time for this crap. Do whatever you got to do. I got stuff I got to do. And the Scorpia's like, yeah, that's great. You handle your stuff. I'm going to handle mine. But the walls are breaking down. Scorpia, it's going to take so much to get to her, but she finally gets to it. We get back to the least interesting part of the show, the three idiots in Flutterina, and they're at another outpost, and I guess this is a different one. I guess they do all this is happening in one day. I don't know. Where's Swiftwind? And there's just a couple of guards, and She-Ra's like, oh, we got to take this slow. Why? They've never done anything slow. They've always just rushed into every battle, so why change anything now? But Glimmer wants to, fight and, kick people's asses. Here's the thing. That's kind of sick. I know you want to be... this isn't like... let's say they're on a basketball team, and Glimmer's always put on the bench. She wants to play in the game, and she doesn't get any shots or any play time. That would make sense in that situation. This is war where people are dying. So she's mad that she's not getting to kill people? Are you kidding me? That's sick. But Glimmer just goes out there and starts fighting because she just wants to fight. And again, look at this. This dude was chopped in half. Dead. There's nothing left. This guy is cleaved in two. But no, of course, he just goes flying because their sword is an aluminum baseball bat. And they're having this huge argument on the battlefield. And they're having the argument, they're beating up all the bad guys and fighting him. This is so stupid. I know someone's like, oh, you said stupid a lot. Yeah, I do, because how else do you want me to say it? Want me to bust out the source on this one? Unbelievably mediocre writing. Oh, let's have them argue on the battlefield and they're going to just kick everyone's butt. Oh my god. And then even Flutterina's getting in on some of the action, even though it's double trouble. I guess they wanted to do some fighting. She's what? In Flutterina's size, she weighs what? 75 pounds, maybe 80. She's 4 foot. Kicks a soldier and sends him flying. What? Then, of course, Double Trouble wants to start planting those seeds. They're fighting. Then Bo, being Gordon Goodbrother, I didn't know She-Ra's shield had a strap like this, like a traditional shield. But they're yelling and fighting, and Bo's like, what's going on, ladies? They're having this giant argument on the battlefield. And Bo's like, okay, let's talk about this. Now, She-Ra, is there anything you want to tell to Glimmer? And then have them talk about their feelings. All while kicking everyone's ass, because that's what they do. Now, Glimmer, do you want to share anything with She-Ra so you guys can mend this friendship? Because communication is important. This should not be happening. This should be happening in the war room. This should be happening during the planning phase of something. But of course, since Bo is just the soulful saint, you have, when it comes to African-American males in modern media, they're the soulful saint or just that guy who doesn't like to rock the boat, aka Gordon Goodbrother. And that's Bo. And Flutterina's like, dang, this dude's messing up my plan. You're become friends. And then we get the most ridiculously unbelievable plan that actually works. Flutterina's like, oh, I gotta do something about this. There's a couple of guards down there. Then she jumps down there in front of them and then makes this big screamy face. It's actually kind of frightening because it's this little nothing girl just screams for nothing.
Help! She-Ra!
Then she jumps in his arms and then wow, that's a conveniently covering dress she has on. And she's like, oh no, help me, they got me. And she's like, put me down, you creep. And then he just drops her because he's like, what the hell's going on? And the Flutterina's like, hey, I'm on your side. You have to, play this up. Grabs the shock stick from him and then kind of forces his arm to grab her. They can see this. Go back to the previous screenshot. They're 10 feet away? They could probably hear her too. What is this? They did the stupid Emily thing in the hallway. They're doing it here with the good guys. How could they not see this? How could they not hear this? This is such bad writing. It's just framed. Everything about this is wrong. We get to Scorpia and she's looking around in Trapta's old place, her old apartment, and digging around for these recordings, finds an old picture. I like how Catra's said the only thing missing is her hand in the top of her pants. It's Al Bundy. I mean, just look at it the way she's man-spreading hardcore. But then Scorpia's like, this is so great. This is wonderful. These are the old memories. Everything was great. And then the silliness. My God, the silliness. To find Entrapta's recordings, I have to think like Entrapta. So I thought, oh, okay, she's gonna, try to think in her mindset. She does an Entrapta voice and does Entrapta things like hanging upside down.
Hordak. Tiny food. First one's tech.
And I am not a fan of this kind of comedy. Not in an action adventure show. This is Bubble Guppies. This is Paw Patrol. Sure, what the hell? Make it stupid. Make it double stupid. But this needs to be better. And it deserves to be better. But we see, then she's like, you know what? The Black Garnet room. That was another place where Entrapta had stuff. Maybe it's there. No one goes there anymore. There used to be Shadow Weaver Sanctum, right? And we see the Black Garnet, and then she's like, hey, you know what, Emily? You know something funny? I used to be a princess. And then Emily's like, say what? I want to be the voice of Emily. Then she's like, it's actually really funny. Every time I tell them, everyone has that same exact reaction. But, this Black Garnet never did anything for me. It never worked for me. But it is getting a little bit of a glow, and she's about to touch it. Why didn't she touch it? It's going to do something, right? That happens later on. They wouldn't have foreshadowed this unless it did something. But she kind of goes and explains again, like, hey, we joined up the horde, and, I'm not a princess anymore, but technically I was. We see that Emily has the recordings in her, like visual recordings, and she projects it on the wall, and then it's, first she thought it was like a projection from Entrapta, because like Scorpia tries to talk to it, but it's just a pre-recording. And this is when they were in the Northern Reach, or going to like the snow-capped area. And it's just them being friends and talking. And of course, Catcher's always sassy and weird. We need to be on mission, and we need to go pack your stuff. But you can see that Scorpia and Entrapta were like friends. They actually did care about each other. And they're like, Joe, let's bring Coco and everything. And if you get the tiny mugs, high five. So they're like goofy buddies. And she misses her. And, that was like, a friendship that she thought with the three of them, they could just be this tight unit, this powerful group. Then she's like, oh, wow. Emily, you have the recordings inside you? She's like, oh, this is perfect. We found it. You had it the whole time. But I guess you can't remove them without killing her?
Not possible? They're deeply ingrained in your core processor and can't be accessed without dismantling you completely?
Again, why would Entrapta do that? Wouldn't Entrapta have like a removable hard drive or a way to offload it onto a computer, or just let Emily project whatever the hell Hordak needs to see? Well, just go straight to Hordak with it. Just skip this. This whole setup was to get Scorpia to kind of see if she can trust Catcher, but it makes no sense. It's just take it as it is. You're an idiot. You're not thinking about the story. But she's like, oh, come on. I'm sure they're going to be careful with you. They're not going to kill you or anything. But then even Scorpia doesn't believe what she's saying, because she knows that Catcher will just kill Emily because she doesn't care about her. But she's like, you know what? We're going to go somewhere and we're going to think about this. So they walk out of the room and the Black Garnet starts to glow again. Come on. We have the fake hostage situation. Poorly written. Just poorly written. Oh, I can't take a shot. I might hit Flood Arena. Even though this guy has, bounced an arrow off 15 surfaces, and to hit a button nose bigger than a freaking silver dollar, he could kill both these guys with both his eyes closed. But I can't risk it. Even though his arrows aren't even deadly, they're just like goop arrows and stupid. Oh my god, it's stupid. Why can't Glimmer just teleport over there? Why can't She-Ra just lunge over there? What's gonna happen? They shock her? And they've all been shocked by these stupid sticks. Oh no, she'll be fine. Maybe you shouldn't bring a little kid on the battlefield. Then, like, God. Oh, you better drop your weapons or else. Like the guy's like acting because he doesn't know what to say. And of course, Double Trouble has to, it will do. Then Glimmer does like a magic spell that like grabs him, like floats him in the air. Then she slams down one of the guys and mounts him. No, she gets on the ground. And then she's like, here's the thing. He's laying there. Throw a punch. Be a man. Fight for your life, you piece of garbage. But she's like, oh, you're going to tell me where are all the soldiers at? Where's all the bots? And the guy's like, I don't know. And then Glimmer kind of does the bad cop. It'd be a shame if something happened to your shop here. She strong arms this guy. She's like, I'm going to do the spell, and it's a truth spell. And you're going to tell me everything you know, but I haven't practiced it. So if it doesn't work, it's going to be very painful. He's like, okay. Catcher called back all the troops. I don't know what she's planning, but we're on bare minimum crews everywhere. And she's like, what's more? What else is happening? Look at Glimmer's hands. I suck at drawing. I'm a terrible artist. But my God, these hands are awful. Then Bull's like, my God, Glimmer, you're going to kill this guy? And then Glimmer's like, I wasn't going to kill him. I was just going to scare him to get him to tell us what we want. And she was like, you're gone too far. Punching a dude and sending him 700 yards down the way to go die is perfectly fine, but she can't strong arm this guy. She-Ra, come on. Then they start fighting over like her battlefield tactics. And she's like, we got what we wanted, right? We got the information. which is true, but this should have been something more. Capture a couple of guards, bring him back to Bright Moon, have the general captain, the guard lady do the interrogations. What I don't see, well, Mama don't know won't hurt her, right? You know, they're starting that big fight about her being too rough and everything, but this shouldn't cause a fissure in their friendship. Then Double Trouble's like, I'm the best. We get back to Scorpia, and this is again some more of the good stuff. I guess there was like, because this used to be their land, this used to be their kingdom, so they had like a big great hall. And all the, the past Scorpion people, they had their tapestries and everything on the wall. And, oh, look, there's a man in the middle. Oh, wow, her grandfather. Wow, that's crazy that there was actually a male king at the lead. But, of course, everyone's dead because can't have fathers. And she's talking about, like, her old family. But she just, like, made it up. And that actually kind of made me smile because she didn't know anything about her history, so she had to make up her own, that's kind of cute. Then she talks about her grandfather. Oh, yeah, he was the greatest. But that's what they tell me. So she literally has no clue about anything. Not even like, does she even know anything about her mothers? So obviously one of them had sex with a dude, right? Where did she come from? But she's like, oh yeah, well at least that's what the Horde told me. So everything that she knows about her family was through the prism of the Horde. Once they joined the Horde because probably the grandfather thought it's either fight this gigantic war and get my people killed or join up. Yet we don't see any other Scorpion people ever, anywhere. Wouldn't there be more of them in this army? Didn't Scorpia ever question, where are my aunts, uncles, cousins, brothers, sisters? Nothing. They're just not there. But she's talking about it, and and she came to the conclusion, you know what? I think Catra, if I tell her not to hurt you, Emily, she won't hurt you. Then Emily's like, girl, you crazy? She shows the footage of when she attacked and trapped her. And then look at that. She covers her eyes and everything. Damn it, be a woman. Jeez. And then she's like, hey, check this out. She threatened you. So she's not a good friend. If she's willing to hurt you, hurt and trap her, she's gonna kill me because I'm not even alive. So why wouldn't she just kill me? Scorpia's like, you know what? I got a plan. I'm gonna do something. And this is actually a good plan. She has there's a memory chip, and she's like, oh, the recordings were inside of Emily. I got them out, but it got damaged. My pincers, they're not very delicate. And then Catra just goes off like insane. She's screaming at her. She's yelling at her. You freaking idiot. You ruined everything. But of course you did because you're Scorpia. You're a big stupid dummy. And just putting her down.
What did I expect? I mean, how can you possibly be this useless?
And look at that. Breaking poor Scorpia's heart. And she's like, just get out of here. You ruined everything. But at the same time, shouldn't she have sent a bunch of people to go look for this thing? I don't know. It's really dumb. But you know what? This is the best part of the episode. Scorpia looks Catra dead in the eye.
You're a bad friend.
Turns around and walks away. Let's give Scorpia a round of applause. Here it comes. Clap warning. Thank you, girl. This Catra is horrible. And the toxic. That's a popular word, right? Toxic. Unbelievable. She is a mess, an absolute danger to you, a danger to herself. She needs to be committed because she's going insane. We see that she felt a little bad, so it's weird. She yelled and screamed at her, did all these things, but then she kind of protects her because what would have Hordak done? I don't know, but she can kick Hordak's ass, so what was the point? She walks back in there with that fake memory unit, and she's like, and Hordak's like, did you find it? Did you find the recordings? And then she lies. No, there was nothing. It was all gone. She must have took him with her. And then he's all pissed off. So she protected Scorpia. But then what? This girl is a absolute effing mess. Then we get kind of a good thing. Again, the bad guys are so much more interesting, aren't they? A million times more interesting. Hordak's sulking, and then Catra's like, get over it. Here, it looks like you need to take some of your own medicine. And I like how this whole scene plays out really well. I wish I could play the whole entire clip, but I'm relegated to 5-6 seconds. She's like, we don't need princesses in our lives. And that would be Scorpia and Adora, both princesses that, had a relationship with her, and then entrapped her for Hordak. And she's like, you've known this all along. You can fix this. Look at everything you've done while you were here. You built an army, you built an empire. We can conquer Etheria, you and me. So she's trying to psych herself up and convince herself while also convincing Hordak. But this is her real feelings. Look at her face here. She's happy and sad and just is heartbroken, and she's all over the place. And it works. And Hordak's like, kind of believing her because they got to do this before. Here's the thing. I know they want to impress Daddy, but does it even matter? I mean, he's going to come down, and if it's not conquered or not, he's going to take it over anyways. So I don't know. Then he finds one of these power crystals that looks just like his power crystal, and it was just on the table that he's been at for days. Like, how did he not see this? Oh, of course. Give me one more day. He's asking Catra for one more day. He should say in one day the weapon will be ready, but he's like asking for permission. F that crap. And then Catra's like, is it ready? Can I make the order? And he's like, oh, the big plan. So whatever this big plan is, I'm assuming it's that arm cannon. It's pretty powerful, but it's a singular weapon. It's on one dude. She-Ra should be able to fight him. Whatever. I wanted a big battle between Hordak and She-Ra, but I don't know. He's so weak, it doesn't even matter anymore. Get to Scorpia. She's packing her bags, and she's like, me and you, Emily, we're gonna go after Entraptor. We're gonna go save her. And I'm never gonna let anything happen to you because we're friends. She puts on her bag, and she's like, we're leaving, you and me, and I'm never coming back. Yes. Thank you. Scorpia saw the light. She literally walks into the light. Wonderful. And you know what? For Scorpia, she never really was a bad guy. Like, she was on the bad guy's team, and she just like fooled herself into thinking this is the way things are supposed to be. But I guess it's all she's ever known. And she's such a kind-hearted person that she allowed herself to believe in everything and all the lies. So I'm glad we got Scorpia left the Horde. Hooray. Hopefully she brings Kyle, Lonnie, and Lizard Boy along with her. But everything condensed in about 2.5 minutes. This episode's done. All the silly, stupid crap, it's gotta go. The fighting between the good guys doesn't seem believable. The fight that Catra and Scorpia had, that's 100% believable. I believe every second of it. This fight, not so much. It just seems silly and just kind of weird and over the top and happening way too fast, and it shouldn't happen between friends that have been friends for so long. Again, just a couple of minutes out of 22. I could probably compile in the last 6 episodes about an 11-minute episode that has everything you need to know minus all the jokes and silliness. But yeah, I'm basically halfway done. 13 episodes. Episode 7 tomorrow. Again, just mediocre to bad.
What are you still doing here?
Crimson Sin here. Thanks for watching the video. If you're enjoying the content, be sure to sub, like, share, and hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss a single upload. If you have any tips or story ideas, hit us up on Twitter at C15Podcast, or better yet, join our Discord server, link in the description below.